No, I really don't know.
When you were in the hospital with your son and the doctors told you about his injuries, what went through your mind?
I didn't know what to say because who in their right mind would hurt a 3-month infant baby? He had, before he was born, he had tumors growing on him when I was pregnant with him. At 6.5 months old, they gave me the option to terminate him, and if I didn't, then I'd take the risk of me or him dying, or both of us. And I decided to move on to the pregnancy, and then he was born at 7 months. Then he had a 7.5-hour surgery, and he was living in the NICU for a long time. Then he came home with us, and I had barely had him for a little bit, and then now he's sustained these injuries, and we don't have him.
He was taken away.
He was taken away. I'm missing all his walking, his talking, everything.
How long ago was he taken out of your care?
6 months. He was 3 months old. Now he's 9 months. I don't get updates. I don't get
You don't get to
pictures.
see him?
I don't get nothing. They're in December, on the 18th, I have court to get my rights terminated.
Any chance that your husband caused these injuries?
I had no doubts, but I didn't have any problems until we got married. And now everything's turned upside down. And my family members have been putting things in my head, and now I'm starting to have
putting that
doubts.
aside, when your son was born, how was your husband to your son?
He was very loving. He held him all the time, spent a lot of time with him.
And it's been 6 months since your son has been taken out of your care. What's the marriage like?
Well, I want to divorce him every day. We don't really talk. We never really see each other.
Because of the strain of your son being away?
Yeah.
You took a lie detector test, right?
I did.
And you feel, I'm sure you feel you're confident you're going to pass. Your husband also here, he's taken a lie detector test. And for whatever reason he were to fail, what would happen?
I'm going to leave him, divorce him, and I hope he gets arrested.
If he does pass and you both pass, would you want your marriage to work, continue?
I would want to work on things and work on getting my son where he belongs, at home.
Right. Is there a chance that that could happen?
Hopefully with the past lie detector test.
Right. You told the doctors that you had fallen with your son in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I went to make a bottle, and I tripped over a dog toy, and we had fallen. And I had told them that we'd fallen, and they said that the sustained injuries had nowhere near the date of our falling.
They said even if you did fall with your child in the manner that you described, there's no way that these injuries would have caused these type of injuries.
No way.
Well, let's bring Jeffrey out.
Okay.
I did not do this to my son, Steve.
So I hope not. This was your first son, right? First child?
It is.
She says, before family members and such got into her head, that you were a very loving father.
I believe so, yes.
Did you cause injuries to your son?
No, I did not.
What happened?
I don't know what happened to him. We brought him for constipation issues, and they did x-rays on him and found 4 rib fractures that the doctor said did not look like injuries that would be caused by abuse. But CPS took him anyway.
Now, we're told there was 10 rib fractures.
Well, that's initially what they found were 4 fractures, and they did more.
And 2 skull fractures? Wouldn't you agree that skull fractures would have to be a form of abuse for a 3-month-old child?
Absolutely.
In your marriage to Carissa?
It's going downhill every day.
Why do you believe that?
Because everyone thinks I did it.
Even your wife?
I think sometimes she does think I did it.
Do you think there's any chance that she did it?
Not a doubt in my mind.
That she didn't?
She did not do it.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
If both you pass, any chance that you save your marriage?
I believe so.
You still love her?
I still love her.
Okay. And you hope that by both passing, if you guys didn't do it, then you believe this other family member that was in the house who I've been told since this occurred disappeared.
Yeah. And that person has admitted to dropping him and hitting his head on a dresser.
Okay. So hopefully if you both pass, maybe you get a chance. You said you had the court hearing come up December 18th. That you'd have a chance to get your son back.
Yes.
Krista, you came here to take a lie detector test. You haven't seen your son in 6 months. We asked you, did you ever strike your son? You answered no. Did you cause any of those fractured bones to your son? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and they came back that Krista told the truth. We gave you the test 4 times a lot, and no deception indicated in any of your tests. Jeffrey, you're the one that they're mostly looking at, right? You say that yourself. You came here to clear your name, to hopefully get your son back. We asked you, did you ever strike your son? You answered no. Did you cause any of those fractured bones to your son? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and they came back that Jeffrey told the truth. And we also gave him the test 4 times, and no deception indicated. Obviously, this is weighing on him heavily, being accused of injuring his own son. Your reaction to knowing that he did not do this?
I'm happy to know he didn't hurt our son. And it'll make things a lot better at home, I think.
Thank you, Steve.
I'm happy for you. Anything you want to say to your wife?
I hope you trust me.
I'm sorry for doubting you.
I hope this coming on the show and taking these tests, which, again, 8 tests between the 2 of you, certainly shows that you've been very truthful, that you want to prove that you didn't cause these injuries. Hopefully